Good morning. Friday the 9th of October, and it's Mystery Knit Along Day. I'm very bleary-eyed. You can still see that I've just woken up, but I have coffee. So it's 8 o'clock, and the pattern and the YouTube video are live. When I woke up, they weren't. So as I made my coffee this morning, I watched the vlogtober update for yesterday from the lovely Angela from Yarn and Yarns. And as I was watching Angela's video, I had a little pop-up notification from YouTube to say that the new West Knits Clue 1 video is there. And I was like, but I didn't stop Angela. Why would I? They're a great series of vlogtober videos. So I carried on watching Angela. And I'm now going to drink my tea and I'm going to watch the video. Then I'm going to download the pattern. I'm not going to download the pattern first. I'm going to watch the video, see what he's got to say for himself, see what treats we're in store for. So I will record a few little snippets throughout the day, and we'll probably post a video. So I'll probably put this live this evening to sum up day one. So let's see what we've got in store.
I still have no idea where this shawl is going. It could go in any direction. So, I don't know. Just get as much knitting done as you can this weekend, because this is just the beginning. I have some surprises in store. So you're going to want to get as much knitting done this weekend as you can. And slip onto the left needle. Always looking at the same side of the work to create an I-cord tail. 147 more times.
Okay, so I have watched the video. I'm going to download the pattern now, make another cup of tea. I call coffee tea. I think it's because my parents drank so much tea when I was growing up. Do you want tea? Oh yeah, I'll have a coffee. So when I say to Mark, do you want a cup of tea? We actually make coffee. It's weird. But I'll make a cup of tea. I need to make the bed. I should probably make an effort to do some chores before I spend all day knitting. So we've been told we're going to use, obviously, the main colour, which you know is the dark grey, and then we're going to use contrast colours 1 and 3 today. Contrast colour 2 isn't going to make an appearance, so we're not using him in week 1. He's going to make a special guest appearance at a later date, apparently. So we're going to be striping these, so looking forward to that. So yeah, I'll probably do a little bit of footage, a little scratch, a little bit of footage now of some of my knitting, and then maybe we'll share some progress at the end of the day. This will be a spoiler video to an extent, so I'll put that in the description. And if you're watching along and have been watching along on some of my other videos, and you are planning to make this and you don't want a spoiler, you probably should stop watching now, because I'll show my progress as I'm going today, and then also in subsequent videos I'll be showing my progress throughout the week. So if you don't want to see what the shape is, then please stop watching now, go and make yours, and then pop back and say hi to me. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be different to anything I've made before. So let's get cracking. Right, we're in for the long haul. Lord of the Rings is on the TV. I've got a fresh pot of coffee. I've got my pattern. And I've got my wool. A foot, excuse the foot. Jammers and my needle. I've put some washing on and I've made the bed. So I think that's enough housework for the day. Hey! Let's get casting on. We are doing an I-cord cast on, and I've got to make, I haven't read the pattern yet, 150 stitches, I think. So, could be a while. Right, we've had a productive morning. I am showered, changed. I'm going out. I need to go to the chiropractor. As an aside, my hand is a lot better. I had some treatment earlier in the week, and I'm going to have a couple of follow-up sessions. We think I've trapped a nerve in my shoulder, which is impacting my hand. The human body is a wonderful thing and blows my mind, but it seems to be working, touch wood. So I'm off to the chiropractor anyway. I've watched the first Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, I think. I had that on in the background. So I've done nearly 3 hours of knitting because it's quite a long film. And this is the sum total of my progress. So, I cast on 3 stitches and then we produced the I-cord edge, which is a favourite of Stephen's to start a number of his patterns. So we created the cast on, we created the I-cord edge from the cast on. So that's the black border that you can see here. And then once we'd created a long I-cord, I'll pop a picture on screen actually. So that's what it just looked like when it was the I-cord. I then picked up stitches to come back down it. And then we created this bottom border here. And of course, it's called Slipstravaganza. So we then have this lovely honeycomb waffle style pattern that we're creating, which is, obviously you can see contrast colors 1 and 3 are alternating within each of the honeycombs, framed by this really lovely dark grey main colour border. So we've got a little I-cord edge that's being created on either side. And yeah, it's actually, once you get going on this section, it isn't actually that long per row, because it's basically just a standard knit purl sort of stocking stitch repeat, and then you just slip these middle stitches. So this is I've just finished row 16 of the pattern. And row 16 started with me casting off this corner section here, which I'm guessing is going to be the corner of a honeycomb. So you can see the shape starting to form. Row 16 is about to start with me similarly casting off the same section here. And then I'm going to basically repeat this pattern, but each time I've produced this honeycomb slip stitch effect, I'm going to have 1 less honeycomb. So I actually don't know how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have nine of these now across the pattern. So I'm guessing we're going to have 8, 7, 6, and so forth. So I'm guessing we're creating some kind of geometric triangular shape with this lovely honeycomb slip stitch. So I might pop a quick video in a bit later on if there's been any more meaningful progress. I do have to go out for a bit. I've got to go to the opticians, chiropractor. So I'm not sure how much more knitting I'm going to get done this afternoon. So if there's a bit more to show, then I will. If this is the end of the video and you just see me popping back saying, hope you enjoyed, then you know I haven't done any more. But it's been a great pattern. There's been lots of lovely chatter over on the Ravelry group for those people that can use Ravelry. It's been really lovely to chat to people and see people's progress. I haven't done too much of a snoop around on Instagram yet. I might have a little look at that when I'm in the waiting room shortly to see. But not too bad going. Gauge, if anyone's interested. Stephen says his gauge should be 22 to 24 stitches in a 4-inch section. I'm on 25. So I'm 1 stitch out, but I'm not going to change my needle. I really like the fabric. It's nice and flowy. You can see the stitch definition really clearly. And if anything, I'm on 25 stitches. And I should have 24. That means I've got too many stitches, which means my stitches are smaller. So it's bob on pretty much. I'll live with that. So that's today's progress. So I might pop along now shortly with a bit more of an update to end the day before I load this video up. Any questions though, please let me know. Drop a comment below or get in touch over on Instagram or Twitter. I'd love to know if you're making the pattern, how you're getting on so far. If you're not making the pattern and you're intrigued, if I can answer it based on the information that I've got, I'm more than happy to. So, right, off to the chiropractor. I'm in the car I was recording that last video segment and Mark then says, "You're going to the chiropractor, but you remember you're taking me to have my hair cut first." I'd forgotten. So I am currently sitting outside his hairdresser's. I bought my tripod. We might try and see if we can do a video while I'm knitting in the car. So this footage might make it in the final cut. It might not. I realise you can't actually see much, can you? So we're decreasing, so 5. So we're doing a knit 2, SSK, popping the stitches back on the left needle. So that's 6. So we've just created, so there's our straight edge, and then we've just created the decrease here. There we go. There's no one looking at me yet. They don't think I'm crazy. This is why you should be more prepared. I threw my yarn in my bag, and FYI, this is my knitting bag. This is from a company called Plistra. They are Swedish. I think they're Swedish. They might be Norwegian. I think they're Swedish. So this is my knitting bag, and it's got a huge amount of room. But I just threw my yarn in thinking, oh, I can knit outside the hairdressers. And I've managed to get a big yarn bath. I don't know where the end is. And as luck would have it, it's this yarn that I now need to add in. So I need to find the end. Oh, right, I found the end. Well, that was handy. Probably need to untangle this first though, don't I? Eek! Okay, well, my hairdressing knitting, I've basically done 6 stitches. Oh, actually, it's unwinding a lot quicker. Oh, right, okay. I think normal service will be resumed. I did also leave my iPad in the house, which has got my pattern on, so I need to keep stopping the film to flick back to my pattern. This footage should probably be more beneficial as a blooper reel, but hey ho, look, this is real life. This is what is knitting behind the scenes. It's not all glamour. There's no glamour. Can you see this? Where am I going? Ah, that's better. Right, so this is the slip stitch pattern. So we knit 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then with the yarning back, we slip 3 without knitting, and then we knit the next section. And then that cleverly will put the parallel slip stitch equally distanced over the next one. Yeah, I was just checking. And that's it. So you can see where my last colour, so we did light, dark, light, dark, light. So we're now starting with the dark. So that we'll continue the striping effect all the way through, even though it is a separate section. So I am going to turn you off now. We've had a couple of minutes of in-car knitting. I'm going to pop a podcast on and wait for Mark to come back, and then I will do a final end of day one wrap up when I get back home. We've had some tea and I can show you the final progress for today. So I hope that was informative. Just popping along. I'm now home and it is just gone 7 o'clock. We were out slightly longer than I anticipated. So I'm going to call it a day there on day one of Mystery Knit Along. This is episode 4 of my vlogtober adventures. I hope you've enjoyed the footage that I've got for you so far. There's no more progress really to show you than what you've just seen me do in the car. I've put another 3 or 4 rows on, so I'm shortly going to do the next bit of the black outline. So I'm probably going to film some more footage over the weekend and into next week as I finish week 1, and I'll pop another video up when week 1 has been finished. But for now, thank you for joining me today. If you are new here and this is the first video of mine you've seen, welcome. Please give me a like, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and then you'll get all of my latest videos as and when they come along. So I'm going to end it there. Quite fitting that we started the video with the sunrise and now we are ending with the sunset. So until we get to spend some time again, happy crafting.